Hello, I'm David. Welcome to Barely a Farm, the home of trailer debacles. Alright, I don't know if I mentioned this is severely rusted out. Cut this off, looked at that. She's bad. With all the rust in here, I've decided not to go any further with this. I mean, it's so cracked. I can patch it, I can do whatever. It's wore out. Great set of axles though. What I actually may end up doing is cutting these side rails off right here. They're 7-inch channel and making another trailer. But for the meantime, I picked these up for a couple $100. I think the top one's 23 feet. The bottom's an 18 foot. Wonder why the camera cut off. I only gave a couple $100 for this. You know, the axles are worth that. But I'm gonna set this one aside, figure out what to do with it later. I'm gonna build this one. Got some packages in from various suppliers. Anything from China is gonna be superb quality, I'm sure. Those are springs and stuff. I'll break that stuff out later, show you more about it. But I'm gonna go over to the barn and see if I can flip this off. There's no Bobcat here. My brother offered to go get it, but it's not really worth, you know, going to get just to unload a couple things. So I'm gonna try to just flip it off. I don't know, we'll see how that goes here shortly. Well, this has escalated quickly into absolutely nothing of anything good. Bent the hell out of this trailer. Which I figured it might, but there was no, I wasn't too worried about it because I've got the other one. But still, it's annoying. Trailer frame, pretty much no good. It's hard to get these straight and make them stay straight. I managed to bend this one too. I understand it on the first one, but it really is unbelievable the luck I'm having with trailers. I was able to straighten this one a little bit, but it immediately went back. All right, option number 47 to me trying to get a bigger trailer. I had to borrow money, take a little loan out for this one, boys. I didn't want to do it. A 27 plus 5 Sure Pool trailer. It's been worked a little bit. Rub rails got some bends in it, which I think most of them do. But they did their job. They protected the trailer. All the rails are straight. The coupler is messed up. You gotta use a little tappy tap hammer to get it to lock in. For some reason, my buddy's Gator made, we got to do the same thing. I don't know how they're getting bent because nothing ever hits them. Electrical's rough on it. It definitely needs a new pigtail, maybe a couple other few things. One thing I noticed, and I think it's because this is older, no toolbox here, which I don't know if that's actually a problem or if that's just me. I could easily add one. You know, holes are already drilled. So I need to figure out if I'm going to do that. I've got to get my winch mounted on it. You know, that's also no big deal. I'll actually put it on top of this most likely. It needs some lights worked on it. It needs a good bath and it needs painted. One thing I like are these built-in ratchets. I use my buddy's 40, I think it's 40-foot trailer, and those are awesome. A little bit bigger than what I need, but still nice to have. You can get those in 2-inch. I may actually put a couple 2-inchers on there. This is a tri-ramp. I will actually probably take that middle ramp off. I don't need it for anything that I load, and that's just one extra ramp that I got to mess with. So I think I'll be pulling that center section off. While it's dirty as can be, it's not beat up. Like all the pivots and stuff are all really good. Don't know if I want to replace the springs. I might do that because I got to take it all apart to get that middle ramp out. Still got the original mud flaps for being a 2004. This cap was leaking. He replaced that. I'm going to replace all of them so I can see them. They're oil bath. I want to be able to see that oil. But like I say, really the girl just needs some paint. I'm not doing it black. I got a color scheme planned for it. We'll do more on that later after I get to using it. I need to clean and seal the deck. He said it's a couple years old and it's in really good shape, and I'd like to kind of keep it that way. And then figure out what to do with the neck. I noticed that looks like a bulldog neck, so I wonder if that's been replaced. But I mean, all the beams are straight on it. I sighted everything underneath of it. Everything looks good, you know, other than some surface rust. And it's the absolute perfect length. I need at least 24 feet on the deck for my tractor and mower. This being a 27, it'll allow me to, for hooking up the front, for chain hookup, it'll be easier. I'll have to put, I don't know if I'll be able to catch these or if I'll have to come all the way up here. I may put some D-rings here for it, but either way, there'll be some videos on this as I get this set up a little bit better than what it is. You know, with towing equipment, I want a little bit better tractor. You know, my brother's skid steer, which is the only thing I would move a lot that's not mine, is probably 60, 70, 80,000, you know, who knows. The I don't know what the cost of a 50 horsepower tractor is, but my tractor and mower, that's probably 30 or 40, 50,000. Maybe not that much. I don't know what it costs to replace them. But I want something that's a little bit sturdier and safer. Try to protect that equipment. You know, yes, my insurance would cover, you know, if something was to happen. But more importantly, especially with like my brother's Bobcat, he uses that for his hay business. If I tear that up, it's really going to put him in a hard spot, and I don't want to do that. You know, I'm very appreciative that he lets me use it whenever I need to, and want to take care of it as much as possible. But anyways, I just wanted to share that up. As far as my equipment haulers, I'm done messing with these homemade trailers and these. Just it's junk, you know, not because it's homemade, just because it's old, wore out junk. Which I made some money because of it, and I'm probably out $1,000 if I was guessing. I'll be able to resell some parts, some axles and stuff off this, and do pretty good. But all in all, I'm tired of messing with it. I need something more dependable. So, you know, let's just change the subject like super. That toolbox was the other side box off my truck. I bet that'll fit on the belly of that trailer. I may be using that for a toolbox instead of worrying about a chain box up front. Anyways, as usual, you guys be good and be safe. We'll catch you next time.